What is up guys, Jarv here, back today jumping into Destiny. In today's video, we're taking a look at the best farms in Destiny this week. We're going to be looking at the best place to get high stat armor, fast and easy exotics, and where you can get double loot and earn some of the best end game upgrade materials and weapons in the game. If you're starting to think about some of the things that you need ahead of Lightfall that launches next month, then make sure to stick around and enjoy the video. If you do enjoy the video, be sure to leave a comment and rating down below, and remember to subscribe for more Destiny 2 content. But without further delay guys, let's jump into the video. Now this week sees the return of the best farms in Destiny video series. So if you want to make sure that you're up to date with the best places to focus your time in Destiny, especially with Lightfall around the corner, then be sure to stay stuck to the channel as we produce these videos week over week. Now this week saw the conclusion of the main story quest, but alongside that there are in fact many sources that we can farm various items in the game. This includes high stat armor, some of the best weapons, and how you can get fast and easy exotics and even double loot. Now to kick us off, we're going to look at the best place this week to get high stat armor, and this comes in the form of the featured dungeon. Now the featured dungeon for this week is the Pit of Heresy. This can be found over on the moon, and as a featured dungeon, this is in fact farmable, meaning that you can repeat it over and over again and get loot each and every time. Now the great thing about the Pit of Heresy is that it's not the longest dungeon in the game, and in fact to get the best loot out of it, you only need to complete the final boss checkpoint. So with that in mind, as long as you can keep the boss checkpoint on a single character, you can load in at the final boss each and every time to get those quick and easy runs with you and your fire team. Now by completing the Pit of Heresy, you'll get your hands on some Dreambane armor, and these can have some immensely spiky stats and often drop in the high 60s. So if you're looking to min-max your Guardian before Lightfall, or just get better loot if you're looking to start a new class, then the Pit of Heresy is definitely something worth considering. Now to help you focus your stats on where you want them to drop, I highly recommend looking at the economic ghost mods on your ghosts over in the inventory. You can actually select a particular stat which guarantees at least 10 on this stat when a legendary piece of gear drops. It helps you focus your stats where you want them to be, and you can switch between any of these for just 500 glimmer. So to get set and get some of the best high stat armor ahead of Lightfall, get that final boss checkpoint for the Pit of Heresy, equip those economic mods on your ghost, and farm that final checkpoint for that high stat armor that's available. Now next up, we're moving on to Dares of Eternity and its 30th anniversary pack activity. Now this week is week 3 in the loot rotation, which means the Lightkin armor set is available from Season of the Splicer, alongside the Scatterhorn armor set that's the armor set from Forsaken. Now whilst these are great if you're looking to fill out your transmog collection, these aren't the sole reason you should be farming Dares of Eternity this week. Because we have Splicer armor, we also have Season of the Splicer weapons available too. Now these include the Chroma Rush auto rifle, the Ignition Code grenade launcher, the Grid Skipper pulse rifle, the Farewell sidearm, the Sojourner's Tail shotgun, and also the Shattered Cypher machine gun. Those can be found alongside the main ingredient, the Long Shadow, the Last Dance, the Toil and Trouble, the Wishbringer, and also the Last Perdition. Now out of all of those weapons, there are 2 key standouts that you should make sure you have in your arsenal. This includes the Chroma Rush auto rifle and the Ignition Code grenade launcher. Now the Chroma Rush is a 720 RPM rapid fire frame auto rifle that launched in Season of the Splicer. It has some pretty incredible perks available on it, with a popular perk choice being Subsistence and Rampage. So if you're looking for a fast firing auto rifle that is incredible for ad clear but also has a deep pockets and ammo reserves, then you'll be hard pushed to find a better auto rifle than the Chroma Rush. And the same can be said for the Ignition Code, which is one of the best lightweight frame grenade launchers in Destiny 2. Now not only does this weapon look absolutely awesome, it also has some of the best perks available on any grenade launcher in the game. Now the standout role on the Ignition Code would be either blinding grenades or spike grenades, with slide shot and either Vorpal weapon or frenzy. Slide shot is the absolute key trait you should be chasing, as sliding partially reloads this weapon's magazine and temporarily boosts range and stability. If you're able to get this trait, this basically turns the Ignition Code into a full auto grenade launcher, making it a very powerful weapon indeed. So if you didn't get your hands on it way back in Season of the Splicer, this week will be your opportunity to finally pick one up. Now, in terms of where they drop, they can drop during the course of the activity, upon completion, or by handing in strange coins over at the Star Horse in the Treasure Hoard. You can either grab the Paracles or Halls, or the legendary engrams, and both of these have a chance to drop any of the Splicer weapons this week. To further increase your chances, you can further try and focus your efforts on activating the lightning round, which will give you 3 chests at the end, giving you excellent opportunities to get your hands on any of the Splicer weapons. Now, for the most part, there isn't a guaranteed way to activate the lightning round. It does seem to be available more often in the legendary difficulty, and be sure to keep your peepers peeled for key targets in the final boss fight, and make sure to keep your ear out on Xur, as he will let you know when a special guest has entered the arena, and be sure to focus on that target to further increase your chances at activating a lightning round. Now, the third and final farm you want to be focusing on in week 7 of Destiny 2 is the double rewards available from Nightfalls and Grandmaster Nightfalls over in the Vanguard playlist. Now, you can jump into any Nightfall and it will offer double loot. This includes the Adept, Hero, Legend, and even the Master difficulty. And if you can get a fire team together and complete the Grandmaster Nightfall, this will offer double rewards as well as the exclusive Nightfall weapon for the week. Now, the Nightfall this week is the Insight Terminus, and with a good fire team, you can complete this in around 12 to 15 minutes. Now, whilst the Grandmaster is available, the most efficient farm comes in the form of the Master difficulty. Now, on this difficulty setting, it's a lot quicker than the Grandmaster, but the loot at the end doesn't vary too much. In fact, the only thing you're really missing out on is the Adept Nightfall weapon. Now, by taking advantage of the double rewards, you'll get a mass amount of endgame upgrade materials, including Enhancement cores, Enhancement Prisms, and even Ascendant Shards. It's highly likely you'll fill up your Postmaster as well, and because double rewards is available for all Nightfalls, you can even jump into the Adept or Legend difficulty, which are match made if you can't get a fire team together. It's important to note though that the loot that is available will vary depending on the difficulty that you run, so if you are seeking out things like Ascendant Shards and Exotics, make sure to check your difficulty setting and get a fire team together if you need to chase down that particular loot. Now, whilst you're running the Nightfall, you'll also have the World Loot Pool available to you, which means you can get your hands on the Prolonged Engagement SMG. This is one of the best weapons that was introduced this season. It's effectively a stasis funnel web that sits in your kinetic slot. It can roll with incredible perks like Subsistence and Target Lock. Now, Target Lock increases the damage the longer the weapon remains on target, and Subsistence will partially reload the magazine by defeating targets from reserves. It almost makes it feel like an updated version of the Recluse, and you can further increase your chances of getting access to this weapon by adding a Vanguard Posterity mod once again on your Ghost over in the inventory. If you intend to run many Nightfalls this week to take advantage of the double loot, then make sure you have this mod equipped as well, as this will provide an additional legendary drop upon completing a Vanguard activity. So there we have it, guys, a good look at all the best farms available this week in Destiny 2. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to check out one of the 2 videos you see here in these cards for more Destiny 2 content. And if you want to keep up to date with everything to do with Destiny 2, then be sure to hit subscribe as well. I'm going to jump into the game as always, guys, and I will catch you all again very soon.